Hey sports bettors, thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd and I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to profit using the data-driven, market insightful tools like OddsJam. And today's video is all about the beginner. That's kind of what I touch on a lot, is helping the beginners get the foundation, get the information that they need. In today's video, it's all about football. So we have NFL, college football, and I think there's some really good tips and avenues that the beginners can attack first and understand first. And so I want to go through and kind of explain that to help all of those people out and gain some profits very quickly. Here we go. All right, guys, before we jump into the video, I want to remind you, if you ever want to do a one-on-one conference call, a free conference call to kind of talk about your scenario, your situation, and to help maybe get some guidance and some insight on how to use the tools, maybe what you need to do to get yourself set up, I'm always happy to do that. So I want to throw that out there. I'll have some links down below. You can definitely get on the calendar. We can get this going quickly so you don't lose more time. But let's get into today's video about how you can attack and do some strategy and some methods to help you profit in the football world coming up. Okay, so here we go. So first thing you're looking at always when you're in the betting world is trying to find the edge, right? Trying to find the value. And that's what it's all about, is edge and value. You're trying to do that repeatedly as many times as you possibly can. So the question is, how do you do it? Where do you do it? I'm going to show you. Now, as I get into the tools, I'm going to show you where to find these mathematically profitable bets. You want to kind of reverse engineer things and think about things for yourself from a perspective of the sports book. So before we get into the tools, let me first talk about the markets. And the markets are really where it's all at. The various markets, the various sports books, the various pricing. And in the markets area of some of the alternative markets and player prop type bets is where you're going to find a bigger discrepancy and a bigger opportunity to identify outlier pricing. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. When you're in your mainline bets, point spread, money line totals, pretty consistent across the board with what everyone offers, but not like the alternative lines and the player prop bets. So there's the first tip. Okay, so now we know we're looking for edge and we know what kind of markets we're looking for. And here's the positive expected value tool at OddsJam. Over on the left-hand side, you can see some of the tools here. But I want to point out on the left-hand side as well, these positive EV edges, the percent edges in the market. So you can see, as I was talking about, you have alternative markets. So it's not the mainline market, like the full game total, the full game point spread, the full game money line. You're going to see these alternative markets, and there's some college football going on right now, and you can see some of these opportunities to show you a high percent edge, a really high 5.7, 5.2, 3.4, 2.9% edge. And you can put this into settings to where you maybe look for things over a certain number and sift through the market there. Now, as you open up the tool, you can see the markets open up to the different sports books available just to get a comparison with. So right now, this Bet365 is at minus 115 on this first half total, over 30.5 at Western Kentucky, Alabama. Well, holy cow, this is substantially different than what DraftKings has available. And this is why there's such a good positive expected value. If you're going to, consider DraftKings as being a little smarter than 365 in this particular situation, that's what you're doing. You're essentially going to go through and identify these various edge opportunities in the alternative markets and eventually player prop type bets. And you can actually open this up in a different fashion, which I'll show you next. The OddsJam odds screen for college football. You can see the upper left-hand corner here. There's a drop down for the various sports. And this is where you can really tap into a gold mine of information on this markets button. So again, as I mentioned, shopping for alternative markets, player prop type bets, things like that, you can really get into here and find some great opportunities with the various markets. You can see the lights are going to shine red and green, telling you the direction of price as things are going, so you can kind of get an idea for what the pricing is doing in these various markets. I use this tool daily, constantly, to go in and identify, maybe we'll do a first half money line, things like that, so you can see kind of what the market's doing and what you might want to do. Another great tool to use at OddsJam is the fantasy tab here. We've got the optimizer. You can see a lot of different opportunities in all the different markets and books and so forth that you can choose from and really put together some value of information. So basically, you can look at some college, some NFL, and other sports type of player prop type data, and really get some good ideas on what the market probably could be, should be, and then what it is out there, and finding the value to piece together some different selections using this particular tool, one of the many tools. Another thing you can do is go to the actual tab itself. Let's say you want to go to let's go to college football, because it's kind of showing you on the fly how easy and fast this is. What's going to do is going to pull up the slate of games, the upcoming games, and what's kind of nice, you can go to a very specific game if you want to maybe target. Let's just go to this. Pick a good one here. Let's take a look at Buffalo and Lafayette. Let's open this up and take a look at what the opportunities are. Again, you can search individually and independently using the OddsJam information on this particular slate, and you can go across the top and check out all the opportunities, again, the main markets. And as I'm recommending, get into those alternative markets and those player prop type bets. And you can see all that's available here in that area. So this is a great tool to use to search individually for a particular game, a particular player, a particular situation. If you want to go and get the data on that, can be very useful to pull together these details to help you make decisions based on the market movement. So again, you can pull up the roster of games going on here and choose that way as well. And again, open it up to any type of market you want to get into. So using this tool, again, just using the tool to help you understand how to navigate and how to hunt. So the hunting and the navigating is the first step. The next step is to understand, the players here, the market makers, the pinnacles, Sport Trade, very, very good betting exchange, going to give you a lot of value on direction of the market with the pricing. I use them a lot. They're here in Colorado, New Jersey, and now Iowa, different states, showing good true north. You've got some bookmaker, BetChris, you've got some betonline.ag, things like that. So you can actually open it up and pull down as many sports books as you want and put together that list of your sports books here to identify what your price comparison could be in the various markets. So this is all about the tools, guys. This beginner step is just showing you the tools. You can dive really deep into this and use more than just a positive expected value page to really get some good data. I'm going to show you another thing here that I really, really like, and that's the charts on price action. So I mentioned price action. This is really cool because what you can do is identify, say, at Pinnacle, if they're at minus 175, well, if they come down to 175, do they go up to 175? What's the situation? So you can take a look here. 4 hours ago, they're at minus 193. So they're trending and they're going that direction in price. That's something, kind of an indicator that maybe they're getting more money on the other side over here. So you can open up the chart on the other side. We should see an inverse, right? So you can see the price going the opposite direction and changing, for the better on this side. So what this is going to show us is there's might be some opportunity on this particular side. And as expected, the charts are going to show us the direction, which is very valid, very, very helpful information. You can pull that up at the various sports books and get a look at what they're seeing, what they're doing, and what they're adjusting to. Maybe it's weather, maybe it's injury news, who knows what. You can match that up, sort of the price action of what's going on, and determine if you maybe are too late and missed out on an opportunity, or if you still have a little bit of positive EV, say here at this 165 when the market, clearly with Pinnacles at a different price. So this is a really good, and again, tip, method, tool to use as a beginner to help you identify good value in the alternative and player prop markets. All right, guys, there you go. There's some tips and some methods, some tools, and some heuristics you can incorporate right away to be very profitable using the tools at OddsJam in those player prop markets, those alternative market bets. And again, you're going to find those outlying prices in those regions, in those areas, and be able to react very, very quickly with a lot of good sports books at your fingertips. So again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any other feedback, please let me know. I also want to make sure if you want to take advantage of some of the discounts at OddsJam, if you're a new user, got those down below as well. And as always, let's go make some mathematical money.